saying a 1-year-old child is dead. Houston police say that baby was left inside a hot car for hours.
Now HPD is trying to piece together exactly what happened out there. Brittany Jeffers is live in the A-Leaf neighborhood with the story. Brittany?
An absolutely heartbreaking case, and deputies tell us that little girl was left inside of that vehicle for more than 9 hours. And as far as the investigation is concerned, they say that they are going to hand the case over to the DA's office to determine if any charges will be filed.
Just their prayers to the family. That's all I can think of.
A neighborhood with heavy hearts after a gut-wrenching discovery. A 1-year-old little girl found dead after being left in a car for a number of hours. Sheriff's deputies say the mother had 3 children she planned to drop off at a nearby daycare on Thursday morning. They say she dropped off a 5- and 3-year-old, but apparently left the 1-year-old inside of the vehicle.
She returned home, apparently went inside the house, came back out, went to exercise, came home, and then when they attempted to pick up the 3 children from the daycare had no record of the 1-year-old being dropped off.
According to the sheriff's office, a daycare employee and the parents later found the child on the back floorboard of this gold sedan. Deputies say it appears that the mother switched cars at some point, but it's unclear if the child was ever in a car seat.
I was heartbroken. I mean, to see anything like that, any mother would be devastated to see a 1-year-old in a car and pass away like that.
Bridget Lehman says her daughter lives in the neighborhood, and as a grandmother, she's devastated. Investigators say they'll have to wait until they receive the autopsy results to know the exact cause of death, but say the child was in the vehicle for approximately 9.5 hours.
I understand it was mid to upper 90s today. It was sunny, and so that would probably put you in 120-degree plus temperature inside the car.
Officials say they do have some reminders for parents and caregivers to never leave a child unattended in a vehicle, even if the windows are down or the car is on and the AC is running. They say make it a habit to check your vehicle from front to back before you lock the doors. They also say to ask your child care provider to call you if the child does not show up for expected care. Reporting live in the A-Leaf area, I'm Brittany Jeffers, KPRC 2 News.
What's going on, y'all? It's nigga Pacino. Back with another video. 1-year-old girl was pronounced dead after she was accidentally left in a vehicle Thursday. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said. Deputies responded to reports of a child left in a vehicle in the Crescent Park Village subdivision located in the 8,000 block of Barnes Ridge Lane around 6 p.m. Investigators said the mother was taking her 3 children, ages 5, 3, and 1, to the daycare this morning. But when she arrived, she only dropped off the 3-year-old and the 5-year-old. Deputies believe the 1-year-old was accidentally left in the vehicle. Deputies said the mother returned home, and at some point during the day she went to exercise, and it was only when she went to pick up her other children from daycare that she realized she hadn't dropped off her 1-year-old daughter. Deputies said a worker from the daycare went home with the mother to help look for the 1-year-old and found her in the vehicle on the back floorboard. Deputies said the child had been left in the vehicle from about 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. The child was pronounced dead on the scene. The mother has been detained for questioning, according to deputies. The case will be presented to a district attorney's office to determine if any charges will be filed, according to deputies. Where do we start? kids out the room. You don't like profanity? Disclaimer. You got time to leave. It's about to get real ugly. This woman should burn in hell. This woman should fucking be burning alive. This lady needs to be left in a vehicle or damn self. Left for dead. Number one. Number two. Nobody's that busy to forget one of your children out of 3. No one's that busy. This 1-year-old died recklessly because of an ignorant mother. And I don't understand how we sit here and we have this woman. First of all, we're protecting her identity. We're protecting our identity for what? Because we don't want to crucify her? She deserves to die. An infant, a baby, a 1-year-old, toddler, I'm sorry, not infant, but a toddler is dead. How do you have a 5-year-old, yet alone a 3 and a 5-year-old? Number one, how do you have those 2 kids? Don't question the baby not being present at daycare. How do you not question? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I assume that the 5-year-old should be at school, but daycare. Okay, I don't know. I thought that was odd, but I don't know. Maybe this is a late child. Maybe it's not starting kindergarten next year. I don't know why a 5-year-old is going to take the I digress. I don't know why this woman has a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old who don't question, where's my 1-year-old sister or brother? Because she's not even letting you know the gender of the kids. I digress on that too. Number 2, why hadn't the daycare questioned one of those kids not showing up? What type of daycare is this? I'll be the one to tell you. My mom used to run a daycare. My sister ran a daycare. My mom ran a daycare for decades. When I was in middle school, my mom had a daycare. I'm 39 today. So you can imagine how long that's been when my mom ran a daycare. My mother, if she was the daycare provider for this woman, the first thing she's going to ask you, where's the baby? But we got these irresponsible ass fucking daycare providers who don't give a fuck about the fact that you didn't bring the 3rd baby. Who I'm pretty sure they've seen numerous times. I'm pretty sure this is not the first damn day in this daycare. I'm pretty sure it's not the first time. Some of these daycare providers just want to get paid. If you don't think to ask that question up front, I get it. Second thing about the daycare provider is that you will go through the list and say, hey, one of them are absent. Let's call the mother. Hey, Mom, where's your other baby? Plenty of time to figure this out. That, hey, the baby's not here. So not only did the mother not think about it, the 5-year-old didn't think about it, the 3-year-old, old enough to understand, little brother, little sister, where are you? 5-year-old, little sister, little brother, where are you? And those 2 children don't even acknowledge it. They don't even acknowledge it to tell the daycare provider, hey, where's my little brother or little sister? So the daycare providers can say something to the mother or do something or react and say, hey, where's the baby? Let me know if I'm fucking wrong about this. This could have been preventable. This could have been prevented. This is so preventable. This is so pointless. This is a fucking pointless fucking way to die. Everybody failed this fucking baby. Every one of y'all. Now I know the kids are the last on the list to be anything of responsible. But the fact that they didn't even acknowledge it is something wrong there. The 5-year-old and the 3-year-old don't share that responsibility as adults. So I want to be clear on that. But the fact that they didn't even acknowledge their little brother, little sister's not there with them and didn't say anything because it's not written. Maybe they have, maybe they did. Maybe the daycare providers didn't give a fuck. Because a lot of them bitches just sit around all goddamn day and just eat shit, eat food and watch fucking TV and just turn the TV on anyway. But I'm here to tell y'all, the blood is on your hand too, daycare providers. It's on your hand too. You could have did something. I'm going to be the one to tell you. I've been in my mother's daycare, helped out numerous days. There's a list of children that come every day, and we're going to ask a question if we only see 2 of 3, 1 of 4, 1 of 5, 3 of 4, whatever the case may be. We're going to ask questions. Where's the other children? And you need to explain that to us, but you don't have to, but we would like to know. You know why? Because this situation could have been where, oh my God, I forgot my baby was in the car. Girl, let me come a little closer. I've heard this story, and we were able to save a baby that was in the back seat of the 3rd row of a truck. Because my mom questioned, where the baby at? The girl had the baby in the 3rd row seat and forgot she was back there. But what if my mom didn't say shit? What if that baby didn't wake up, cry, make a noise? That woman would have went anywhere and left that baby in the car. Now, it wasn't summertime when this happened, but it's cold as fuck that day. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we didn't say anything, though? Baby could have been dead by the end of the day. But, as they said, the case will be presented to a district attorney's office to determine if any charges will be filed, according to deputies. Before I go, and I'm going to play the video where you can hear the 6-minute video of the officer, detective, or whatever. I'm the one that was accused by Children's Services of my son watching porn in my house. That was an accusation that went across their desk. On Friday morning, this information came to them. Friday evening, I picked my son up from school. I brought him to my house. He's in my room playing the video game. I'm in the living room watching TV. He's spending the weekend with me, as always. I got a knock at the door. Children's Services is there. They come there. I'm like, what's going on? We got a report that this, that, and the third. And the this, that, and the third is what I already told you. They spoke to him privately. They spoke to me privately. The lady said, and I quote, "Oh, we understand there's nothing going on. We already talked to him. I'm going to try to get this situated. I'll be giving you a call Monday. We're going to get this thing dismissed, and I'm sorry for having to deal with these accusations. I said, okay, great. Did you know Monday morning came and they told me a different story? We need to talk to his mom. We need to talk to the little brother, the sister. We need to talk to both of the sisters, the mom, and we need to make a visit, and we need to go see his school teacher. Yeah, that's what they told me. It's got to go through proper protocols, district attorneys, and blah, 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 blah. And you talk to the horse to tell you, no, that's never happened. Never watched this stuff in this house. No, I haven't. No, I don't have issues with my pops. So, now, of course, my baby mom never answered the phone on purpose. Ducking and dodging their phone calls. So I called Tuesday, still haven't talked to her. Wednesday, I haven't talked to her. Boof, I said, you know what? Let me do something. So I cut off all communication. Boom, boom, boom. She wanted me to pick him up from school on Thursday. I said, nope, you pick him up from school. Did you know that Thursday evening, I got a call from Children's Service, and they told me that we finally spoke to the mother of your kid, and now this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, we got to get that situated. We got that done. And you don't have to worry about dealing with us anymore. So can I get that in writing? Yes, you can. I said, when can I pick it up? You can pick it up tomorrow. I said, great. What time? What's the earliest? 8 o'clock? I'll be there 8:30. Boom. Got paperwork. Boom. Long story short, my baby mom was the one that did this anonymous phone call. She didn't say it, she did it. She won't admit it, but it was obvious. I explained this before, but I'm not gonna go in depth. I know this video is kind of long, and I'm ranting a little bit. But once again, when we talk all this bullshit about black women are the least protected, no, you are not. You're grown. The least protected group in the world are children. And everybody failed to protect this 1-year-old. So much for the village. It's Huggie P. I'm gone.
This afternoon, sheriff's deputies responded to a child that had been left in a vehicle. We're in the 8100 block of Barnes Ridge Lane in the Crescent Park Village subdivision. The initial report is that the mother had 3 children, ages 5, 3, and 1, that she was going to take to daycare this morning. She dropped off the 5-year-old and the 3-year-old, but apparently left the 1-year-old child in the vehicle. She returned home, apparently went inside the house, came back out, went to exercise, came home, and then when they attempted to pick up 3 children from the daycare had no record of the 1-year-old being dropped off. They returned to the residence over here, located the 1-year-old in the back seat of the car. That would probably be about 6 p.m. So the child was in the car from 8:30 a.m. until about 6 p.m. The child was pronounced dead at the scene. We are in the early stages of our investigation. We are attempting to obtain statements from both parents and document our scene. We're having a little bit of a language issue at this point. Hopefully we'll be able to get through that, and we will release the full story once we get all of our information correct.
So did Mom switch cars?
It appears that she switched cars. Like I said, there were 3 children that were transported to the daycare. There's only 2 car seats in the car. And the child was found on the rear floorboard. So we're not real sure exactly what all the circumstances are. We haven't been able to interview Mom at length. The father is not being real cooperative with us at this point. And so, like I said, once we have a chance to talk to everybody, get all the facts straight, I saw the medical examiner's office just arrived here on the scene. We'll sit there and present the case to the district attorney's office, see if they want this referred to a grand jury or if they're going to take direct charges.
The baby was found where?
The baby was found on the rear floorboard of the vehicle, and the car is parked in the street.
So the vehicle is this car here with the PKL?
Yes.
So was that car parked there all day, or was it parked at the house?
Well, we're trying to determine exactly where that car was. I think at some point the car may have been moved, and I know that someone from the daycare actually looked in the car after they reported that they were missing a child and didn't initially see the child because the child
9 hours later, huh?
was on the floorboard.
The sheriff's initial tweet mentioned an address over on Fisher Glen. Obviously, this is different.
That's in the subdivision here. Where that address came up, I don't know. When you initially try pulling this address up, it doesn't come up when you're like looking at HCAT or something like that. So, but this is the residence is here on this street here. So we're in the right area.
The child passed away from the heat or from something else?
Well, like I said, the medical examiner's office just arrived on the scene, and we're probably going to have to wait until we receive the autopsy reports to know exactly what the cause of death is. But I understand it was mid to upper 90s today. It was sunny, and so that would probably put you in 120-degree plus temperature inside the car.
So the parents aren't necessarily, or I guess the mother, is not facing any charges at this point?
Well, like I said, at this point, we're trying to get all of our facts together so that we can present the case to the district attorney's office, and it'll be up to them whether they direct file the charge or it's presented to a grand jury.
Mother was detained?
Yes.
Was she taken downtown?
Yes, she is at our office in Lockwood.
You mentioned a baby. How old?
The baby's 1, and then the other 2 children are 5 and 3.
Oh, and the baby's name?
No.
Female.
It is a female child.
You said there was some struggle with getting a statement, but did the mother, how was she, have you been able to talk to her, see how she...
No, she obviously is extremely upset, and so we're trying to get her calmed down and obtain the statement from her as accurately and coherently as possible.
On the surface of this, does it appear accidental?
At this point, it does, but we're going to do a thorough investigation, and we want to be sure we have an answer to all the questions.
In what condition was the vehicle found? I mean, it was shut off?
Yeah, the vehicle was off, windows was up, and the child was in the back seat.
Forgive me if you mentioned this earlier, but who made the discovery of the baby?
They initially went to pick up all 3 children from the daycare. The daycare had only received 2 children, and then one of the daycare employees came back over here with the parents and located the child in the back seat of the car.
So the daycare employee and the parents are talking to?
Yes.
Which daycare was it?
I don't know.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel by hitting the red subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. If you have problems receiving notification, make sure you unsubscribe and resubscribe and hit the bell again. Below, you can subscribe to the 2 new channels, HP Media and HP Media 2. Don't forget to check out my playlist, Traveling Man, Funny Clips. You can also check out the old live streams and Memory Lane series as well, and everything that goes on with Huggie Pacino. This is Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino Effect, and if you wish to donate to the channel,
can we get some cash money now?
Oh, plenty dollars. Plenty dollars.
Videos for you. 1, 2, 3,
Where you trying to go with the milk?
and one of their website specialists will build you a new website in less than 30 minutes.
There you go, right there. It's
Huggie Pacino certified.